Hello everyone, this is going to be an Astroflower reading for April for the collective. There is so much stuff going on in the world at the moment. A lot of stuff that's going on under the surface, hidden at the moment from everybody that's going on. We can see what's happening in France and Germany, in the United States, in the UK. There is a lot of movement going on here, so it's going to be an important month. I did do the 3-month reading as well, which you might want to have a look at. But let's just get straight in here. This is for the first, for the month of April for the collective. The overall, the overall energy, a change of fortune. It's like it's snatching the victory from the jaws of defeat as a collective. And this is what this logical revolution that I've been talking about is happening. People are starting to wake up and realize that actually, you know, we have the numbers and we can sort of impose our logic upon the rest of the world. I think it's going to be a case where people are going to wake up across the world and realize that there's a very few selection of people across the world who are really making it complicated and difficult for the majority of us. So that's what it feels like. And the magnetic energies that are flowing through the world at the moment is that change of energy. It's flipping like the pole shift. It's flipping from one side to another. It's moving from one type of vibration to another. We've seen this in your weekly readings, in your chakras, in your auras, in the aura. We've seen this in the people. We've noticed this within the sort of general movements, and it's that time. And I think they talk about it in the Bible when they sort of say it's the time when the rich become poor, the poor become rich. You know, it's like the males become females and females become males. You know, so we're going into this time and there's a major flip going on. And I think generally the general people are sick to tired of this stress that is imposed upon us permanently. And it's going to be a new sort of logical way of governance, which seems to be coming out of this. And we saw that in the monthly reading. And this is what this overall energy is all about. It's that change of energy and that direction for everybody that is in the collective. And this doesn't matter what country you're in and what you're doing in life. This is what's coming through. It is a real change, and we've just got to walk away from, and we saw this in the 3-monthly collective reading as well, we've got to walk away from ideas of just being manipulated constantly and kept on this threshold of stress permanently. So this is the relationship side, and this is how your emotional karmic, our collective emotional karmic path is. We have huge amounts of possibilities. We can't go any lower than we are at the moment. And when we go lower, there is nothing but good things to be had. And we've got to strive for this. We've got to start seizing on these opportunities that are coming through. And I think it's going to be like a summer of love, but a different type of summer of love. It's almost like it's getting back to knowing your neighbor, saying hello to your neighbor, making sure your neighbor's okay. This is really important. I can't stress how much this is important in regards to the changing energy and what we're going to be going forward. So the karmic path for the relationship side, and we've got the Ace of Wands playing through this. This is this new ambition for everybody in the regards to relationships, getting it together, getting it mixed in. Getting it together, getting it connected between all of us. The opportunities are there, and we need to start seizing upon it. How is the universe influencing us? Well, you know, this is on the relationship side. This is on the emotional sort of side of life. It could mean here that the universe is sort of saying there's a big breakup here, but I don't think that is. I don't think everybody's just going to suddenly sort of leave their partner. I think this is more of a case here that the universe is saying to us here, let go of those emotions. Let go of those heartaches of the past. Forgive. Don't forget, but forgive. You can't forgive someone, but what you can do is we can give each one of us and everyone around us a clean slate, an opportunity to strive for something so much better in this world. And as this new energy comes through, and the pole shift is happening, people, you can't get away from it. The energy, the vibrations are completely changing. I've been talking about this for the last 20 years on my workshops. Anybody who's been doing my workshops, and I've seen thousands of people on my workshops as well, and within my healings, everybody can now know this. That the energies that are coming from the sun, the energies that are coming through the earth, and therefore the energies that are coming through you and for me, individually, everybody, collectively, it is changing. It is really changing. The meek will inherit the earth. Who said that? That's the sort of thing that's happening, people. It's really happening. And if you just walk away from the way in which we govern at the moment, all of a sudden there is going to be those 9 of Cups, and that is our karmic path to seize on that. The universe here is sort of saying to us, don't get emotionally distraught about the situation. Keep your head on your shoulders. Keep your eye on the goal. Keep your eye on those beautiful gifts and wonderful opportunities being provided through our karmic path. Let's just see how our past selves, our sort of Akashic library, almost like our ancestors are sort of like, which is you and me, you know, we've all been here before, and that, you know, this past lives and these past these ancestors, how they're influencing our future. The 7 of Cups. I always talk about the 7 of Cups, that there's loads of choices in life, or there's loads of possibilities rather than anything else. There is no real choices in life. Choices are an illusion that's put on your TV, that's put through your ballot box to choose a political system, to choose a political party, or even to choose a religion or something like that. Choices in reality do not exist. Once you start looking at the evidence, once you start looking at the possibilities that are in front of us as a collective, it becomes evident what we should do. If one of those possibilities is going into a massive sort of conflict where loads of kids, because that's what it's going to be, and young people sacrifice themselves for a very few on their hell-bent mission to sort of like bring the human race down, if that's what you think is the most evident path, then by means go there. But I'm convinced the majority of people will say the most evident path is actually to make sure everybody's got enough to eat, everybody's got a roof over their head, and everybody's enjoying themselves. And actually enjoying my time with my friends, my family, my pets, and the world that is around us. Enjoy this planet rather than sort of fighting over something that doesn't belong to anybody. It doesn't belong to us. We've got to get over this. This whole idea of countries and boundaries and stuff like that is ludicrous. You know, in 1,000 years, do you really think you're going to own something? You know, these planets and the solar system, this amazing being that we're living in, which is called the universe, you know, do you really think you own it? Let's get over it, people. It's time, and our evident path is to be chosen. Our evident path should be joyous, should be coming together, should be working in an evolutionary revolution, a logical revolution, which is going to propel the human race into the heart of the universe. So we can really stand up and take our place in the universe. And that's what I think our past ancestors are telling us to do. Let's just see what our future selves are telling us to do. This is on the relationship side as well. And this is what I talk about, sort of like conflicts and stuff like that. The evident path is not that. The evident path is to reunite everybody with the idea that we're supposed to have fun on this planet. We're supposed to enjoy each other's company. If you've got someone around you that you do not enjoy their company, you don't have to go and wage conflict against them. You just need to turn around and sort of say, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure you'll find the people that correspond to you. You know, in the meantime, I'm going to be with the people that are really good for me. And that's what the attitude we've got to take. It's logical. It's a real no-brainer. It's not complicated, people. Let's see what our future self is. Healing. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's it's unifying everybody together in an emotional sort of sense, in the sense that we are all here under one sky and no one's going anywhere. Your body doesn't belong to you. Your house doesn't belong to you. Or your car doesn't belong to you. That was all dust at some point, taken from the earth. And at some point, you're going to have to give it back. We're all going to have to give everything back at some given point. Yeah, so we don't actually own anything. So this healing thing is actually realizing that spiritually, emotionally, we can start connecting with everybody around us and start sort of saying, do you know what? Actually, having fun with my neighbor, or having fun with the people that are around me, enjoying the time, having a barbecue, chatting, singing, playing cards, doing anything you sort of, playing cricket, or playing baseball, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you start connecting with the people around you. Heal any past rifts at the moment. This is really important. And if you can't heal the rifts, if the other person doesn't want to heal the past rift, just sort of say, okay, whatever. It's I'm now at peace with the situation with you, and I'm just going to walk away. If you still want to keep, you know, fighting or combating, then you can combat against yourself more than anything else. And this is what this healing process is all about. If you imagine there's two opposite things, two opposite points of view, and if they clash with one another, the moment that one literally just sort of said, I'm walking away, the other one is just making air. And eventually they will stop making air and kind of go, hey, do you know what? Maybe I should just go down the picnic and have fun with everybody that is around me. And that's what we should be sort of trying to promote in our lives collectively. And we saw it in the 3-month reading from the equinox that I did about sort of three weeks ago. You can find it on our channel anyway. But this is all about the healing, and this is what they're trying to encourage us to do. It's a blessing as well. And once we realize that, just think of the evolutionary advancements we can make between us, because we're all working towards, you know, creative stuff rather than actually destructive stuff. This could be an amazing time, and this is what this change of fortune is all about. We've really got to get it into our spirits, people, that this is a logical revolution that's happening. It doesn't have to, you don't have to fight against anything. You just need to sort of actually start connecting with the people around you. Saying hello to someone when you cross the eye, you know, when you notice, when you make eye contact with someone, don't just ignore it. Just say, hi, how you doing? That's all you have to do. You don't have to go into a massive conversation. You don't have to sort of like discuss about the woes and wills of the world. You just need to sort of say, hi, I recognize you as a fellow human being on this planet, as a fellow spirit on this planet. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side of life. Now, this might be a little bit more sort of tricky, really. Okay, so Emperor. Now, this is our karmic path. This is what we've got to learn and to do. I think we've got to stand up and start taking responsibility for our economical situation. So you have, and we all have, collectively, we have a huge amounts of power. You have your power that is in your pocket. What you do with what you've got in your pocket is really important. If we keep buying just plastic stuff to fill up and preoccupy ourselves, and stop connecting with our neighbors and our friends and our family and meeting people and enjoying the presence of other people, then yes, we are going to be in an economic nightmare, as long with an ecological nightmare, because this is on the material side as well. And it's now time for us as a collective to stand up and sort of say, no, do you know what? Investing in certain elements that can be used in conflict, that can destroy enormous amounts of people, is not what we want to put our money into. We want to put our money into other things, a lot of other things actually, really exploring nature and how we find our place in it. That's what our economic revolution is all about. And it's got nothing to do with batteries and electricity. We've got to get our heads around this, people. We are being, you know, pulled by the nose, led forward by the nose by a net of people that are minority in this planet, and we've got to start taking back the control, basically. Start taking back responsibility for our economic growth, for how we, conduct the commerce between each others. Okay. So the universe here is telling us to see things in a different way. We've got the Hangman here. And seeing it in a different way is because we've got that change of fortune. This is what we've got to breathe through us. Well, this is what we've got to understand, that the universe wants the best for us. And it wants us to grow up as a collective. And at some point we need to. And it starts with you. It starts with you connecting with the people around you. It starts with you being responsible of how you spend your money. How you invest in the material that is around you, the world that is around you. And this is this logical revolution. I think it's going to come around about the 21st of April, between the 11th and 21st of April. It's going to be an obvious moment for us all. And I think we should all rise to the challenge, basically. Our past selves. This is the Akashic Library. This is our past spirits, that our ancestors who are trying to influence here. And it's the King of Pentacles. So this is the material side of life. And the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, sorry. And the Knight of Pentacles is about the long-term plan, the long-term goal. If we really want to be part of this beautiful planet and take the responsibility of being custodians for this planet, at the moment, it looks pretty difficult. But if we're going to do that, we've got to look at much longer plans. So it comes back to that old adage of sort of saying, that old sort of phrase of sort of saying, the tree I plant today I may not see the shade of that tree today, but I will be providing shade for those future generations, those comfort for those future generations. And that's the attitude we need to start implying within our lives. It's very, very important. And this month is this month to start doing that. Is this month to stand up and sort of say, do you know what? I'm going to start investing my time, my effort, my energy, my money into something completely different. Let's just see what's the future selves going on about. Nurturing that long-term plan. Having that healing session within us all. I'm doing loads of healings at the moment, and it's absolutely brilliant. I'm reconnecting with a lot of the healing sessions that I do with people. I must have done about 30 this week. It's been absolutely mad. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. And I've noticed it within people. People are tired. They're really tired of being this, like the mass that's just been pushed and pulled by very few numbers. I don't want their destruction. I don't want anybody to be in prison. I just want people to, live together, to actually start combining together, sing together, enjoy life together. And this is what it should be doing. This divisive actions that, regardless of your point of view of the political world or your religion and stuff like that, we know that cannot persist. That is the downfall of the human race. We really need to get it together. So, yeah, I will be pulling some more cards on this, by the way, as we go forward, because I do want to have a look at sort of the nature side of things as well, to see if there's anything coming through from the good nature, the universe, as it were, I think it's about time we gave the animals and plants a say in the whole sort of situation. We run around as if we're running the place. But don't forget, we're completely dependent upon plants. Without them, we won't have oxygen. They need to have a say in the situation. Queen of Pentacles. Assurance. This is what's coming out of this month. This is what's coming out of that 11th to the 21st of April. I've been seeing it a lot in my visions, in my intuitive work that I do. This Queen of Pentacles here, she knows where she's going. She's highly protected. And she's also sitting at the base of the tree of knowledge. And the best thing about it is the hangman is being hung from the tree of knowledge as well. And that knowledge is in everything that is around us. It's in all the animals. It's in all the trees. It's in the oceans. It's in the sky. It's in the clouds. It's in the sun. It's in the energy that's vibrating through the whole system. The prana energy, the ki energy, the pneuma. I don't care what you call it. That vibration is like the vibration that's coming from that greater being that we call the universe. And it's about time we stood up, looked up, and realized where we are and who we are in this universe. And this is what we need to do. And when we get that coming forward, by the end of the month, we're going to start realizing that. Let's just see what the let's just see if we can get some clarification on all these cards, because obviously all of those sort of messages, the intuition that I'm getting from it. But let's just see what's going on here. For the overall energy, what do we get? We get the Queen of Wands. It's seizing on that moment. It is that change of fortune, that sort of vibrant energy that's realizing the light that is within us, that sort of vibration that we're going forward to something that is far greater than what we are. That also brings an incredible amount of joy and being in the here and now. That's really important from the overall energies. From the Nine of Cups, we're going to get so we got the Seven of Wands. This is all about concentrating on how you do this. So it's all very well the collective, but the collective starts with you. If you're not in a good place, the collective's not going to be in a good place. That's how it does it. So when you do connect your vision with someone else just walking down this road, just say hi. Just say, hi, how you doing? Good day to you. That's all you need to say. There's nothing more. And it will make their day. It will make your day as well. I guarantee you, you'll be walking. I do it all the time. And you walk past them and they kind of go, oh, yeah, no, thanks. Nice day to you. And you walk past and you think, hey, life is good. We don't need much. We do not need much. You certainly don't need TikTok. That's the last thing, the sort of thing you need. So any kids watching this, man, don't go anywhere near that. Start living life. Get out there. Involve yourself with other people. Enjoy speaking to other people. Doesn't mean that everyone's going to agree with you or you're going to agree with them. But it's good to have a conversation. And no one has the answer. We have the collective answer. Let's just see what's going on with here. As I said, I think the universe is asking us here to take the emotions out of the situation here with the Nine of Wands. It's the start of a journey. It also got the Eight of Wands that she's sort of standing behind, as it were. She's going to that new journey. She's taking that King of Wands energy, that single wand in her hand, and walking off down her path. And the reason she's going off down that path, as she goes off down that path, she's walking away from the Eight of Wands, which is the messages that come from the universe. So she knows where she's going. And those are those healthy boundaries, that information, that sensation, that those messages that we get from the universe that sort of brings us forward to salvation in a way, to this logical revolution that we're going to be going into. Share this reading far and wide. Thank you very much for being here, subscribing to this channel, because we collectively are going to make a whole beautiful, brighter future between us all. And it is in our hands, in our capacity. Let's just see if we can get some clarification on the ancestors of how they're trying to help us to see that evident path. The Knight of Wands. I know we got the Knight of Pentacles over there. So we got the Knight of Wands. There's loads of this. There's nothing but wands here. On this, it's getting into the passion of connecting with other people and remembering why we started this journey as a collective. What this spiritual, emotional experience is supposed to be. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? What does it mean to the collective? We have a real time to stand up and be counted. Do we have to go over what we've already done in the past by beating each other up? No, we don't. Let's do something completely different, as the Monty Python would say. Let's do something that's really enjoyable. Why not? Why not? We've got nothing to lose. Really got nothing to lose. We've got everything to win. And that joyous, sociable energy through the Knight of Wands, which is really vibrant and asking us to connect with everybody that is around us. Connect with your neighbor. Connect with the people that you work with. You know, Go for a picnic with collectives, you know, sing songs to collective, listen to those people singing, enjoy them singing as well. It's getting it all into it. What's this healing about of this future, this sort of carrot that's being dangled in front of our... So we got the Emperor twice now. And it goes that way, through that change of fortune, in regards to the material side. All of a sudden, the healing thing is we're going to have a sort of, I wouldn't say control, but we have the power to take our evolution, our forward, our progressive place in the universe by sort of saying, yes, we have built an empire. We have built an empire which we call the human race. It doesn't necessarily mean we have built an empire, therefore we're going to sort of like start dictating to everybody around us. No, but we know our dark side. We know our light side. This is the important thing about the Emperor. The Emperor here on this card here, he's got death in the past, but he's also got that sort of, it's almost like a chess piece. It's almost like he's played smart. They've understood our shadow self. And within our shadow self, all of a sudden, we are sitting at one with ourselves, at peace and at harmony with ourselves. And this is where we should be going, at one with each other. And being just, you know, responsible about our place in the universe. And we've got to start that with being responsible of where we are, where you find yourself in the world. And once you start taking responsibility for that place, all of a sudden, the world is going to take its responsibility. It's going to be, it could be an amazing month this month. And with these opportunities are there, we just need to seize upon them. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Let's see what the clarification is. So the Emperor card here, and I said sort of taking up and taking responsibility. We're carrying a lot of baggage. We have... let's say we've abused our position with our own intelligence. With our intelligence comes a lot of responsibility. And with that responsibility takes into account the responsibility that we have for animals, the responsibility that we have for nature itself, the responsibility we have for this solar system. As this energy is inverting and things are completely changing, we need to sort of realize our past sort of exploitation of the world, and start dealing with that baggage, start dealing with the way in which we conduct ourselves within this world. And all of a sudden we'll start conducting ourselves within the universe. We are here to take our place in the universe, and that's what we need to start doing, people. And in order to do that, we need to start having fun. We need to start enjoying each other. We need to start expressing and sharing that enjoyment with each other. Let's just see how the universe is trying to offer us. Okay, so with that Hangman, seeing things differently, seeing a different way of doing the economy. Obviously, the universe here, we've got the Knight of Cups, is not just an offering of love. There's also contractual sort of things, how we actually integrate with one another, how we connect with one another, how we do this fair exchange with one another. This needs to happen, people. We need to realize the power we have in our pocket. Let's just see what's going on with the ancestors, how the ancestors are trying to influence us for this going future. A new cycle. This is what it's talking about. It's a new cycle that's going to be very long. Pole shift comes, pole inversion, inversion comes very rarely, which we're going through. But we also have sort of pole excursions and stuff like that. And we have these events, well, pretty much at every 6,000 years. So 6,000, 12,000, 24, 18,000, 24,000. And then the 24,000, we've gone around the universe. We've gone around our galaxy. That's what's happening. And, You know, what happened sort of 6,000 years ago? 6,000 years ago, this is the first time we started doing farming. This is when money came into it. This is the time when wars came into it. This is the time when we had something to protect. And we've got to realize that we're all here together in the same boat, and there is nothing to protect apart from protecting each other and making sure everyone else is okay. And this whole new cycle of the changing of the magnetic fields that is around us, the energy, the prana that is around us, is a cycle that's incredibly long. And this world that comes up with the Knight of Pentacles is trying to say to us, what we're starting now is a longer term journey. It goes longer than your grandchildren. It goes longer than your great-great-grandchildren's life. This is a long cycle that we need to start the motions moving on. And as we do, we pass it from one generation to another to look after each other, to look after your neighbor, to look after yourself. It's really important. And in this economy and this world, we need to engage ourselves with it. The world has given us everything. And it's about time we sort of realize that it needs also looking after, nurturing that. Because otherwise we're going to waste everything. The planet is going to get rid of the human race before we get rid of the planet. Believe me. That's how it happens. It's going to be a dog that's going to shake off its fleas, and we are the fleas. Do not believe that human race can run a planet. That is ludicrous. The idea that we can actually save a planet. We can, help its destruction, and we can also help its nurturing. It's a choice. It's logical. It's not complicated here, people. It's not you don't need a degree to know this. You just need to feel it. And that's what we need to do. And that's what our past is trying to sort of say. This is a long-term plan. We're coming to a stage now where I look into the healing that I do. And when I'm looking at someone's karma in the healing, and I can look at your past lives and stuff like that when I do the healing as well, you can see this this logical progression as we get to a point where there's an evolutionary step within our karmic energies. So we've learned a lot going forward, and we're at a point now, we've almost finished universities. We've got the degree. Now, what are you going to do with what you've learned? That's the thing. Are we going to keep repeating the same old cycles till our own destruction? Probably not a good idea. How about we start actually engaging with our connection to everything around us? And all of a sudden, that's going to open loads of doors for loads of possibilities. Not just on this planet, but on other planets maybe. But no, the universe is not going to let us off the planet if we're still knocking hell bells out of each other. The last thing they want to kind of go, the best thing to do is that those crazy humans there that keep killing each other, let's make sure that they can get to another planet. No, they're not. They're not going to give us the technology. They're not going to give us the insight. The nature, the vibration that comes through the universe, that comes through the galaxy, that comes through the sun, that comes through the earth, and that comes into you, they're just not going to give us the keys to the garden, basically, because we're not responsible enough. And this is the month where we need to understand that within us and then start acting upon that logical understanding. Ooh, it could be brilliant. It's not a choice, people. It is an evident path. Let's just see what the carrot is and how they're sort of trying to get us keep going on in the future. Nurturing the future, letting go of the past. Don't keep sort of looking back and being disappointed with ourselves. Yes, okay, you can do. We can look back and sort of saying, oh, it's a shame we sort of did, that conflict in 1939 to 45. It's a shame we did that, but we did it. And it's recognizing the things that make us kind of go, oh, what a shame, in order so we don't do them again. So we have this opportunity here to walk away from our disappointments, because with the Five of Cups there is a pathway. Let me just find it. There is a pathway here for the person just to walk away, and to walk away with that one cup, that Ace of Cups, that bright new tomorrow where we can allow our hearts to connect and shine collectively within the universe. We have a huge amounts of possibilities at the moment, people. But individually, we just need to engage. That's why you're going to subscribe and click that bell on this channel, because that's what we're promoting here. We're promoting togetherness, unification between people, that we can sing, we can evolve, we can have technology in the future, which will make this world an amazing place for all our kids and our kids' kids and our great-great-grandchildren and etc. And to be part of that moment in time where the human turned around and said, yes, we're going to stand up and stop all this conflict. We're going to stand up and actually start working with each other, so everybody is sort of in a good and happy place. Let's just see what the if there's anything we can glean from the Queen of Pentacles. Let's just see what's going on. Healing. We're back to that Four of Swords. Healing. This is what's going to come out of this. The security that the Queen of Pentacles gives us. The confidence we have that we are connected to everything, to our and to all the animals that are in this world, to all the plants that are in this world. Okay, you can't talk crow. You can talk to a crow. I talk to animals all the time, and they talk back to me. You might think I'm mad. I don't care. You know, I do have good conversations with them. I have great conversations with trees as well. They've been through a lot, trees. Plants have been through everything that we've already been through. And they have this knowledge, this understanding, this wisdom that is far greater. You know, we are just kids compared with plants. Believe me, human beings and our evolutionary process, that we've been through those 5 destructions already. We don't have to go through it again. It is a beautiful future if we just start taking actually responsibility for that sort of situation. I just want to pull a few cards to sort of see what nature is trying to sort of say to us at the moment. Let's just see what the nature is trying to sort of say to us. 4 of Cups, don't miss the opportunity. Don't be sort of saying, oh no, just don't miss the opportunity for the future. The King of Wands, that wand energy, be the leader, be a leader on this planet, support all those animals, the lion, be supporting the nature that is around us. This is what nature is trying to tell us here with those 9 of Cups, which comes out from there. We have so many opportunities. This place is going to be an amazing place if we take responsibility, if we engage with that logical revolution that we're going through. It's going to be great. It is going to be fantastic. And it starts with, hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, see you later. That's all you need to be doing, really. And realizing that it is a better place when you are okay, and then everybody else can be okay. We need to get this into our noggin. We need to get into this spiritual idea that we're on an evolutionary process, that we don't have to go towards a hell and heaven sort of scenario. We can just live in the most harmonious Garden of Eden if we choose. There's no choice. If we follow, the evident path that is in front of us. And I think it's obvious for everyone, the majority, and I'm talking about 80% of the world here. We really do have the majority if we realize it. And it can be amazing. And April seems to be that pivotal point. We saw that in the 3 monthly reading as well. We need to walk away from the old way of beings and walk towards the new logical way of being. Okay? I will be doing your monthly reading for each individual signs as well coming out this week. So make sure you subscribe and click that bell. It will be beautiful for you to see it, to be here with me. Sharing this reading across all media platforms, trying to get everybody into this logical revolution is your way of helping starting this process. Share this video. Everybody should be hearing these messages from high and low. It doesn't matter where you're from or what you do. Just be part of it, people. Just be part of a joyous future. It can be amazing. We need to look after each other. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.